Hello and welcome to Wednesday Wisdom. I'm Dr. Cameron Garber here with Melody, one of our awesome therapists here at Body Smart. We love to help keep runners on the road, so we are bringing you our Wednesday Wisdom. So today with Wednesday Wisdom, we want to bust kind of this myth about how to do some core strengthening stuff. One of the main techniques people use is what we call a posterior pelvic tilt, so where they flatten their low back. But we don't want to run like that, right? We don't want to run like this. So flattening our low back, it kind of teaches a false movement pattern. So we want you to stay in a neutral spine. So not too arched forward and not too rounded back. We want to stay in neutral. So once we're in neutral, we want to engage those deep abdominal muscles. And so here's how we can strengthen them. So a lot of people will do a leg lowering exercise. So let's pop your legs up, do a leg lowering, lower them down, and they'll put their hands underneath their bum because their back arches up as they do it. And so they'll put their hands underneath their bum kind of like that to help keep their pelvis in a neutral position. Not bad per se, but I would argue that if you need to do that, you're probably not strong enough for that exercise yet. So let's switch it up. Instead of putting your hands under your bum, I'd rather you put them under your low back right here so you can feel, so just right under the small of your low back in the curve, put your hands just barely under there so you can feel if your back is flattening or if it's arching as you lift your feet. So now what we're going to do is have Melody lift one leg at a time. So she's just a couple inches off the floor, back down, and then switch to this one. And do you feel whether or not your pelvis is tilting forward, backward? So you can kind of feel that transition, right? So you want to hold that in neutral, tighten those tummy muscles, and hold and still be able to breathe. That's the hardest part. While starting to march. By bringing our feet in closer to our body, we're reducing how much leverage is required to hold that position. So once you master that and you can maintain that neutral spine with the baby march, then we can add a leg extension. So lift up, extend out, bring it back, set it down. Lift up, extend out, bring it back, set it down. So you can do that as kind of that next transition to build the core strength. Next, once you get that down, we're going to go lift, lift, and then extend, extend, and then bring it back. Or you can extend one leg and bring it back. So one leg, bring it back, other leg. So kind of like a bicycle, right? But you're doing that only when you can hold that and not have to have your hands underneath your bum and tilt that pelvis backward or arch it, right? So once you're strong enough to hold that there, then you can extend those legs out, do both. You can do the leg lifts and leg lowering, right? Boom. All of those exercises once you can maintain that neutral spine. So if you're having to put your hands under your bum to do bicycle kicks or leg lowering or things like that, then develop that deeper core strength first so that you in a neutral position of the spine so that you can develop that core strength you need for running, keeping that core tight so that your limbs can function off of a good neutral spine, neutral core, and avoid a lot of the back pain or other problems that people get while running. So there's your tip. Hopefully that helps with Wednesday Wisdom. If you have any questions about how to do that, I'll often actually put a blood pressure cuff underneath people's backs to show them how much it's tilting. If the pressure goes up, it means you're tilting your back too far into the ground. If the pressure goes down, it means you're arching your back too much. So a good way to gauge that at home if you've got a old style blood pressure cuff. So hopefully that was a helpful tip. We love to see you on our videos so that you can get all of our Wednesday Wisdom. So like, follow, subscribe, and share with somebody that you know that has low back pain. And we'll catch you on the next episode.